ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता। अरे तुमने देखा नहीं, पासी थोड़ा यंग लग रहा है, इतने दिनों के बाद मिल रहा है।
काफी यंग लग रहा है। और बिस्तरे पे और बैठा हुआ है ये।
पासी
सुबह
क्या?
नाश्ता वास्ता खा के अपना।
क्या?
सर डाई का कमाल है सर। आप
डाई का
लोग
कमाल
आप लोग
ठीक है।
भैया,
पैसे आप लोग पैसे बचाते हो।
भैया
आप
हमारी
लोग आप
डाई
लोग
तो
पैसे बचा रहे
बड़ी
हो।
महंगी आती है सफेद। हमारी डाई तो सफेद
हम
रंग की
तो
होती है, बड़ी महंगी आती है।
बड़ी मुश्किल से ये कलर आ पाता है जो तुमने देख रहे हैं। रुचिका।
Hello, good morning, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग। एंड थैंक यू रुचिका फॉर ज्वाइनिंग।
Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
आई थिंक रवि ज्वाइन करेगा, लेकिन वो शायद 20 मिनट में निकल जाएगा, उसका दूसरी कोई वो है। तो ही विल
Yes,
बी
he
अच्छा।
told
ज्वाइनिंग
me.
फ्रॉम होटल ओनली।
यस सर।
तो
Now,
उसने
sir,
कहा था
could
सर
we
मुझे
start?
10-20 पे बुक कर।
ठीक है। मैं भी जा रहा हूँ सर सेंटर पर साइट अभी।
अच्छा सर।
हम्म।
Kuldeep, should we start now? Kuldeep?
Yes, sir, we can start.
तिवारी जी।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
अभी किस किस ने ज्वाइन कर लिया है?
Sir,
कौन?
expect Ravi,
कौन
Dr.
है और
Ravi,
ज्वाइन करने के लिए?
आई
Dr.
कैन
Chanchal Pal. Chanchal Pal. Dr.
हम्म।
Chanchal Pal would require, will join shortly. And Ravi Mahar also.
आई कैन सी डॉक्टर अनिल सफाया।
Yes, yes, yes. Sir, be with your permission, should we start
वंडरफुल,
now?
वंडरफुल।
Dr. What? Should we start now?
प्लीज गो अहेड, प्लीज गो अहेड। यस।
Uh, As you know, I am Amresh Tiwari, editor publisher about Double Hikal, this leading health magazine being published from Delhi NCR region. First of all, I say thanks to all of you, my viewers, and a top-notch personality in the medical fraternity. It's my kind privilege to host the today webinar on the topic of making safe learning a challenge for youngsters. For this webinar, we have the moderator and my mentor, Dr. A.K. Agarwal. He is a medical advisor, innovation and clinical research, Apollo Group of Hospital, and former Dean Maulana Azad Medical College. And the most prominent speakers like Dr. Achal Gulati, he is the President, Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi University of Medical Sciences and Technology, Jaipur. And another top-notch party, Dr. J.C. Pasi, he is a prominent ENT specialist and currently Dean cum Principal and Professor ENT Department, World College of Medical Sciences and Research, Jhajjar, Rajasthan. And very soon, Dr. Chanchal Pal is going to join. As I read out his designation, he's a senior consultant, ENT, head and neck, Apollo Group of Hospital. And Dr. Ravi Meher, he's also going to join very soon. He's a director professor, HOD, Department of ENT, Maulana Azad Medical College, New Delhi. And our most young lady, Dr. Ruchika Mittal, she's an audiologist, senior language pathologist, director, consultant, and Mittal Clinic Advanced Center for Heart and Joyful Speech and Hearing, Apollo Clinic, New Delhi. With this short brief, I would like to hand over to Dr. A.K. Agarwal Sahab to moderate the today webinar on Make Listening Safe a Youngster Challenge, a challenge for youngsters. Dr. Agarwal, kindly moderate today webinar, please.
Thank you, Tiwari ji. Thank you for this kind invite. And as usual, I always say that Double Helical is a magazine which is perhaps connecting the medical fraternity to the society and and our members of the society, especially in certain areas which are very much needed for creating awareness. Today's topic is very, very important. And why it is important? Because I'm worried about it. My colleague, Dr. Achal Gulati, Dr. Pasi, and all will agree that nowadays, wherever you go, within home, outside home, within working place, you find everybody is always busy on telephone, sometime working, sometime entertaining themselves. If you travel by metro, everybody is having some sort of headphone devices and directly using the device, and that recreational sound is going through the ear. So all of you will agree that the use of these recreational tools have increased. And I think after COVID, this particular use has really increased double-fold, or even more than that. But whatever we are doing, we are entertaining ourselves. And that's why I call it a challenge for youngster. Youngster means young by age, young by heart. That does not mean that the people of our age are not using it, but mostly in younger age group, they are exposed to this. As per WHO, we are at risk. As per WHO, 1 billion youngsters are at risk. And what are the risks? That is what we are going to discuss here. So I would like to start from you, Dr. Ravi Meher. Dr. Ravi Meher is our colleague. Ravi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Dr. Ravi Meher is our colleague, our head of department of ENT in Maulana Azad Medical College, New Delhi. Only
Good
yesterday
morning,
I
sir.
saw MEMC has been ranked as the 5th best medical college of India. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir. And
And,
good morning to Dr. Agrawal, sir, Dr. Gulati, sir, and Dr. Pasi, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for inviting me.
All right. So, Ravi, we will like to put a question to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That first, can you brief all of us regarding the noise-induced hearing loss in brief?
Yes, sir.
And then we will come to the recreational sound.
Right. Sir, actually, if you see a noise-induced hearing loss in our country at present is it's like an epidemic, right, sir? And it is very, very commonly seen in our young adults, young children, and there is high incidence of noise-induced hearing loss in workers working in the factories, right? So there is a occupational noise-induced hearing loss also, and the increase in noise-induced hearing loss is basically seen because of the use of personal entertainment devices, which are very commonly used nowadays. And children and our young adults, they are in a habit of using their personal entertainment devices, iPhones, and the music devices using earphones, and they don't realize that this use of uh, uh, earphones at a very high intensity can actually damage their hearing. And in fact, it is damaging their hearing without the person actually realizing it. And when you are using a earphone or a headphone and trying to listen music in a noisy environment, then it is all the more detrimental to your hearing, because when you are using it in noisy environment, the surrounding ambient noise actually makes you to increase the volume of the device way beyond the safe limit. And that is happening very commonly, and people are using uh, the devices at very high intensity while traveling in metro and while traveling in public transport, also while um, uh, walking or jogging on roads and the in the parks where there's a lot of ambient noise, and you are listening to your music at very high intensity without realizing that it is going to be detrimental to your hearing. So there's a lot of need to generate awareness among our young children and young adults regarding the safe use of hearing devices, right? So that is one thing. And secondly, we have a lot of factories and a lot of occupational noise induced hearing loss also, and that is basically because of the fact that we have all the laws in place, but the implementation is not there, right? The uh, the noise reduction at the site of production and noise reduction and noise exposure by use of ear muffs and ear plugs in the factory is important, and that awareness and that implementation of these things remain a distant dream in our factories, right? So there should be a good implementation of the noise reduction strategies in the factories, sir.
That means the law has to be more
More
strict.
strict, and it has to be followed in letter and spirit, because I mean, we have laws for our residential areas also, like 45 decibel noise level should be there in night in residential areas, and in daytime it should be 55 decibel. But I mean, you can go to any residential area in the Delhi and it is way beyond the safe limit. So we have all the laws, but I mean, unfortunately, the implementation is not there. Implementation is poor by our authorities. And we also have, as a citizen, we also have our responsibility to
That
reduce the
means
noise.
you want to convey that we have to be a responsible
Yes,
citizen
responsible citizen. Yes,
ourselves. We
yes,
must understand our own responsibility.
right, sir.
Okay, thank you, Ravi. I will switch over to Dr. Achal Gulati. And Dr. Achal Gulati is a very close family friend, very eminent ENT. He had been in Maulana Azad, the medical college. He had achieved so many high positions in the medical fraternity. I need not to count it, but he is responsible for starting Ambedkar Medical College, president of National Medical Commission and whatnot. And nowadays he is the vice chancellor of a very eminent university in Jaipur, that is Mahatma Gandhi University of Medical Sciences. Dr. Gulati. Dr. Gulati? Dr. Gulati, are you there? Dr. Gulati, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was talking about you.
Actually, I
And
got disconnected
Dr.
in between, sir.
Gulati, I always say one thing, that noise is a slow poison which goes into the body through the ear.
Yeah,
There are many
very
more
well said.
poisons which goes inside the body through different routes, but noise is the one which goes through the ear,
Very well said, sir.
right?
Very well said.
So, right. So what I wanted you to comment, now coming back to the recreational now. That is the main topic, because we want to make listening safe. Somebody, can
Yes,
I
sir.
request all? Yes, thank you. There is some background noise. Tiwari ji,
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Gulati?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Ji, sir.
Now,
Ji.
please tell us that what is your opinion regarding increasing use of the devices among youngsters, and why they are using it more? Is it the advancements of technology? What are your views? We'll come to the effect of these devices later on.
So I think you have very rightly said that in today's modern era and the just concluded COVID era, everything had become so much online that it created a lot of difficulties and advantages for everybody. Coming down now, whenever a thing is available, sir, it has to be used. Technology is available, technology will be used. It is in our hand whether we use technology in a correct manner or in the wrong manner. Unfortunately, the personal listening devices which have come in are a very good time pass, whether you are on an 8-hour flight or. But having said that, to make the proper use of these uh, listening devices and the various other noise creating issues, the whole thing becomes as to what is safe and for whom is it safe. The safety is supposed to be for the individual, for you and for me and for the society as such. So this is where we have to come across. And when we see the device use, it is being used so indiscriminately by everybody that it creates a bigger problem. If I use it without a headphone, the surroundings get environmentally disturbed. If I use it with the headphone, then my ear gets into an issue. So the main aim over here is to see to it that we use technology in a manner that it becomes safe for you and safe for me. So whatever is the optimum level of sound that we create, that has to be set. Having said that, sir, again, laws are there for everybody. Laws are there. The question is, do we follow them or do we not follow them? India, I think, has one of the most robust law systems in the world, but probably one of the weakest implemented as far as certain areas are concerned. All of us know DJs have to stop at a particular time at night, but then everybody wants to use the DJs up till midnight, after 2 o'clock. And you and me have been attending various functions. What is the level of the noise or the sound created inside? Probably 85 decibel, 90 decibel, and that goes on for hours together. You know, music, when it is done in a proper manner, is real music to the ears. But when music turns very loud, that creates the problem of excessive noise. So music very loud is noise. So we have to be well aware of the whole thing as to why we want to do it and how we have
Here,
to do it.
Dr. Gulati, Dr. Gulati,
Yes,
here
sir.
I'll just want to interfere
Yeah.
with one comment that, as you said, whenever you go to a party where the DJ, etc., are there, and that is, I think, uh, our experience, everybody will agree that you are not able to talk to anybody. You are not able to converse anything except congratulating your friends, family members, and then standing and start eating, right? And if at all, if you go near the big speaker, what you call it is, and if you stand in front of that with the full music on, within a minute, you will get giddiness. Your comment.
Yes, sir. Sir, absolutely, sir.
Dr. Gulati.
Sir, anything used beyond the required limits becomes unsafe. So same is the way with music, sir. There are certain side effects. There are two silent killers if I look at it. So one silent killer is diabetes, and the other silent killer again is noise. Noise just does not affect the ear, it affects the body. So whether I look at hypertension, I look at the inner ear, I look at my so many other body responses, all of them add to my killer potential of the noise. So this is something we need to get across, that noise, just like diabetes, is a silent killer. It affects my every part of the body. So we need to be very careful as to how we are going to utilize it. I'm going to get giddiness because my inner ear gets damaged. I'm going to get a hearing loss because my inner ear is damaged. I'm going to get a permanent hearing loss if I do not take care because I have a hearing loss. Listening to devices. So we need to get across this as a public health awareness campaign as to only place where we should make more noise is to reduce noise. I don't mind shouting out to the world that please reduce noise. So that should be my aim over here, sir.
increase the noise to reduce the noise.
Absolutely.
Am I
That's one area
correct?
where I don't mind making noise. I don't mind making noise over there, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Reddy. I'll come back to you. Now
Yes,
I
sir.
request my
Now I
Yes, sir.
colleague,
request my
Dr.
colleague,
J.C.
Dr.
Parsi.
J.C. Parsi.
Dr. Parsi, can you hear me? Dr. Parsi? Dr. Parsi, can you hear me? Tiwari ji?
Yes, he's already on mute. I am calling him.
Hello.
Dr.
Yes,
Parsi?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yes, yes. Dr. Parsi, Dr. Gulati just now told that the way noise is affecting the entire body. We all know that noise has got auditory effect and non-auditory effect. That means it has got systemic effect. We'd like to give us some views regarding the systemic effect, that it affects the cardiovascular system or our some sort of respiratory system, or it may perhaps affect our mental status also. What are your experiences? Dr. J.C. Pasi is another very senior ENT professor, medical superintendent, Loknayak Hospital and whatnot, and now he's heading one of the very prominent medical colleges in Haryana. Dr. Pasi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Just before answering your query, sir, I just wanted to stress on one more point. As we hear from all stalwarts, we have been talking about only the loudness component of the sound so far. I feel that the frequency of exposure and duration of listening to loud music is also equally important. So we have to talk about how frequently we can expose ourselves and for how long during one event. So this aspect should also be discussed. We can come to that later. About your
We'll come to that, Dr. Pasi. We'll come to
yes,
that,
sir.
right?
So
So
about
what
your
do you think
query,
about the
specific
systemic
query,
involvement?
it is very well known that noise induces non-auditory complications also. You will recall, sir, during our times when we are at Maulana Azad Medical College, you had insisted on doing a project on the traffic policemen standing on Delhi crossings. And we found that
Yes,
this gentleman who is doing daily duty at busy intersections like ITO near our institution, we found that this person is very irritable at home. He doesn't cooperate with family. He is not a good father, not a good husband at home. He doesn't get sleep. He gets high blood pressure. So all these kinds of complications of the exposure to loud noise is very well known now, sir. So we have already advised that there should be a frequent change of duty place of such individuals, and they must get some respite from exposure to loud sound every day, day to day duty times. So as we all know that there should not be an exposure of more than 5 days a week for more than 6 hours a day and more than 80 decibel sound level if you want the hearing to be retained. And in case you have to
correct.
expose yourself to loud sounds of more than 80 dB, now they say you can do it only for 40 hours per week, exposure of 40 hours per week for 80 decibel. But if you are exposed to a sound of 90 dB and more, then you can only listen to such sounds for 4 hours a week. So these guidelines have already been, circulated. We have got it on all the platforms. I think Dr. Ruchika will throw more light on it when you go to her. About non-auditory complications, yes, we know that it is very well established that the cardiovascular, neurological complications are very much there.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Pasi. I remember having read the literature, so many people committed suicide out of noise. If you go through the some sort of literature of noise-induced hearing loss, some of the prominent persons. Okay, let's proceed further. Dr. Chanchal, can you hear me? Dr. Chanchal? Dr. Paul, are you there?
Hello.
Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul, can you hear me?
Dr. Chanchal?
Yes, I'm there, sir.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning. I'm in Meghalaya, middle of. Yes.
That's
Can you hear
right.
me now?
Thank you.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
I can imagine you are in the most beautiful
Can you
part
hear
of the
me?
country.
Yes, sir. I can hear
Meghalaya.
you.
That's right.
That's great.
Yes,
So-
I can imagine you are in the most beautiful part of the country.
Yes, sir.
Meghalaya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's beautiful.
Okay. तिवारी जी ये टाइम गैप
Yes.
क्यों हो
तिवारी
रहा
जी,
है?
ये
Because-
टाइम गैप क्यों हो रहा है? Because
due to poor connectivity.
Okay, Dr. Chanchal.
okay.
So far
Dr.
we have been
Chanchal.
discussing about the
So far we
various
have been
side
discussing
effects
about the
of
various side effects
any kind of
of any
noise
kind
think-
of
I
as
think
well
sir, कहीं
as
पे
noise.
I think कहीं पे
I
दो
think
डिवाइस
there is
ऑन
a-
हैं.
Yes,
कहीं
sir.
पे दो डिवाइस ऑन हैं.
कोई है जहाँ दो डिवाइस किसी ने खोल रखे हों?
कोई है जहाँ दो डिवाइस किसी ने खोल रखे हों?
चंचल आपके पास तो नहीं है दो डिवाइस? चंचल आपके पास तो नहीं है दो डिवाइस?
नहीं मेरे पास सर एक ही है. Where I'm in car. Yeah. I can hear you, but there is a time lag. Yes, time lag in audio.
अच्छा, तो फिर चंचल आप बताइए कि what had been your
तो फिर
experience?
चंचल आप
Dr.
बताइए
Chanchal had
कि what
been
had been
a
your
very
experience?
senior
Dr.
ENT
Chanchal had
colleague
been
of
a very
ours.
senior
She
ENT
is very
colleague of
active in
ours. She
platform
is
of
very
Indian
active
Medical
in
Association,
platform of Indian
and
Medical
we feel
Association.
proud of her
And
presence.
we feel proud of
Dr.
her
Chanchal,
presence.
it's a long
Dr. Chanchal,
year of practice
it's a long
in ENT.
year of practice in ENT.
What had been your experience of various
What had been
cases
your experience of various cases
ill
of
effect of noise?
ill effect of noise?
What sort of cases
Yes, sir.
you have
What
been
sort of
experiencing?
cases you have been experiencing?
Sir, we in private practice at Apollo, we do get two things. Number one, we are started getting more cases of younger people with sensorineural hearing loss, which we were not getting 10 years back. Another is after concert or
Okay.
after going to marriages. There also have been cases of sudden hearing loss. A lady just crossed the speaker in a marriage when the DJ was playing, and she had tinnitus and sudden hearing loss, and she landed with us. So these are few things which actually has to be kept in mind. Why younger generation is getting sensorineural hearing loss in an era when you have a communication is the most important thing in their career. And the responsible things are mostly, of course, honking, which is I think I'm working against honking is most important thing in our metro cities. That is one thing. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes.
Are you able to
Yes,
hear?
yes.
Yeah. So the honking, one thing which I feel which is the most unnecessary noise which we get in metro cities. which we have to make juniors and all the drivers sensitive about it, that don't honk without a reason. The use of DJs in parties, which the decibel goes up to 120, which is also something which is not necessary, which damages the hair cells then and there. And of course, long use of earphones by younger generation for music, to keep them disconnected from the rest of the words, that is especially for teenagers. And when we talk about non-systemic effect, non-auditory effect of hearing, I have written a chapter in cardiology book about it. And I just want to mention that unlike eyes, unlike vision, the auditory or acoustic is open 24/7 with us. Even when we are sleeping, the noise is affecting our system, increasing our stress hormones, and causing different types of disease, especially for pregnant women, elderly, young children, and of course, rest of the generation. More cases of hypertension, stress-related diseases, and others. That's my intake, sir.
Thank you, Chanchal. I'm sure you must be enjoying your presence in Meghalaya.
I'm sure you must be enjoying your presence in Meghalaya.
Yes, definitely, sir. I like to show you how beautiful things are here. I'm middle of mountain. We just stopped the car so that I continue with the session. We had been to one of the waterfalls here, and I'm on my way. And thank you, sir, for adding me to this very important topic for public.
Please,
we will get back to you.
Remain connected. We'll get back to you.
Please,
Ruchika.
Remain connected. We'll get back to you.
Sure, sir.
Good morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, Ruchika.
Sir,
can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Sir, you can hear me?
Yes,
hello.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So Ruchika is a very young upcoming audiologist, and the audiologist has to play a very important role in managing all the conditions of audiovestibular system, their diagnosis, their prognostic monitoring, and their contribution in the field of deafness is enormous. Ruchika, what had been your experience while you are looking into a patient of noise-induced hearing loss? Or number one, and number two, what had been your experience of investigating a younger boy or a girl who is using the musical devices for a long time? What had been your experience?
Sir, I'll start. The majority of the cases that we see, first, they are coming to us with the problem of a tinnitus. They don't realize that they have a hearing loss. The tinnitus is the main issue in the noise-induced hearing loss. So they always says that there is a ringing noise and that is troubling us, and they report it to the ENT specialist, and the ENT specialist refer to us for a testing. And when it comes out to be a high-frequency hearing loss. So, and many a times it is a shocking for them that they have a hearing loss also. And then explaining them why this is occurring. And if you look into their history and all, they have been using the headphones. And in markets, all variants are there. And we have all the socio-economic groups. So if they are using the low quality headphones, they are more exposed to the noise-induced hearing loss. And the duration. Nowadays, they are studying on this devices. Their recreational activities are these devices. And not only the hearing loss, sir, they have lot of behavioral issue. It has just like an addiction, it has become to them. If you talk to their parents, if you withdraw from them, they show a lot of tantrums, they show a lot of withdrawal behaviors. So apart from the hearing loss, we have to work, if I am dealing with the young or a teenager or an adolescent, we have to work on their behavioral issues also. So audiogram, so sir, will show only the high frequency hearing loss, and it's very difficult for us to convince them that they have a hearing loss. And it takes lot of counseling sessions with them to explain what is happening and what they are missing.
Dr. Ruchika, sorry to intervene. Your video is not on.
Sir, this has been my screen shows that my video has been stopped.
Yes, sir. Kindly open. Na?
Yes. Sir, I can't open it from my end.
No,
देखिए
I have
तिवारी जी
tried
कई
many times, but I'm not able to open my video.
It's open now. I can see you.
अब आ गया ना सर, अब आ गया।
It's open, Ruchika ji.
Hello.
Yeah, carry on.
Yes, sir. So, sir, if I talk about younger ones, so the children from the day one are exposed to the videos, to the reels, and to this media. And we have seen a lot of behavioral, and the term nowadays that has come up is a virtual autism. It not only destroys their hearing, but also creates lot of neurological problems in children, like autism and pervasive developmental disorders have become very common nowadays because of the exposure to the media. So if you talk about the laws, then under 2 years, ideally they are not supposed to get exposure of any media, any screen. But nowadays we all know that our children are more expert than us in handling these devices. So the challenge that I am facing in my OPD is a lot of behavioral issues with hearing loss. Hello.
रुचिका
Hello. Yes, sir.
yes
Yes, sir.
so
And
you are getting increased number of youngster with their behavior problems.
yes, sir. They get fatigue very easily, because if you are exposed to too much, sir, if you use this headphones for a longer period of time, you get fatigue also, and then they lack social interactions, and they behave. They don't want to get into the into socialization, because they feel that they are very happy. But this is I will recently report, there is a boy who came to me when the COVID was going on. That boy, he finished his IIT Kharagpur se engineering in the COVID period. He got a job in the COVID period itself, and he was in the room only throughout the day using the headphones. Now the boy constantly telling that I have a hearing loss. I can't hear properly in the meetings, and there is something which goes on, and I'm not able to explain. We did all the audiometry tests, starting from PTA to BERA, all the OEs even, and there was no sign of any hearing loss. But he was constantly reporting that I am missing, I am missing, I am missing. Even we did the speech audiometry, the scores were also fine. So I ruled out the retrocochlear also, but still he was complaining. And lastly, that we come to the conclusion is that this is happening after 45 minutes of usage. He complains, so the auditory fatigue was playing a role. So even if when your damage does not come on your reports, it has already started damaging your system. So I think the youngsters and the public needs to be aware that not only the hearing loss, but the other things are also affecting. They are a lot of behavioral and socialization issues are happening, and psychologically it is affecting a lot more than I think the hearing part. That is my.
Thank you, Ruchika. Thank you. Thank you for giving us the concept of virtual autism. Virtual autism, the status is really troubling all of us a lot. And especially after COVID, and my colleague Dr. Gulati, Dr. Pasi, and everybody will agree that after COVID, they must be getting lot many discussions with their family friends or patients कि मेरे बच्चे मेरी ग्रैंड चाइल्ड को कुछ मज़ा नहीं आ रहा है, he or she is isolated and मैं क्या करूं. And that had been the experience of all of us. Dr. Gulati, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The virtual autism term has really come up in a big way, right? And of course, the autistic child is a different thing, but lack of hearing signal is precipitating it in a big way. Your comment of youngster
Sir,
getting
I think,
exposed to this.
sir, today youngster is basically, it is becoming a second nature to him to be exposed to noise. If you remember, we had done a thesis in Maulana Azad where we were evaluating the students who were traveling from All India Institute of Medical Sciences to the university in the metros. And there we found almost 70% of the people who were there were using headphones. So it has become a religion sort of a thing, if I may term it that we are looking at using the headphones as a religion. Today is a world of virtual reality. And that's why the term of virtual autism has probably crept in over there. So we need to be aware of the whole thing. Let me tell you, sir, a parent is a very sensitive indicator for any hearing loss, right from the childhood. If the mother says my baby cannot hear, the baby cannot hear. Let's have faith on that. Same way, if the mother says that my adolescent child is not hearing me properly, then there are two issues: behavioral issue and the physiological or the psychological issue. So both these things have to be kept in mind. And like what Ruchika just mentioned about the auditory fatigue, I think that's something which is very important. We need to realize. Dr. Pasi also mentioned the same thing. It is not only the volume of hearing, it is also the length and the quantity of hearing, and the quality of hearing that we are going through. So all these things are the ones which are contributing to the term of virtual autism. So whether I talk about autism in the real world or in the virtual world, whether I talk about anything in the real world or the virtual world, we need to see both the aspects into thing, and that is where counseling sessions and the psychological evaluation and psychological support also come into the picture. The mother says, my child is not listening to me. Why is the child not listening to you? Because the headphones are plugged inside. You see so many times when you travel by aircraft, if you see down on the airfield, out of 10 personnel who are there surrounding the aircraft which is already running, at least 2 or 3 you will sight who are not using a protective device. Why is it that? Is it because of loose lax laws? Or is it because of adamancy that I'm not going to use anything? Or is it because of lack of awareness and lack of implementation of the whole thing? So all these things add to the
It is
virtual
so
issues.
commonly seen in Indian airports.
Absolutely, sir. Outside, you see the same person using noise cancelling earphones at all the time. But over here, तो मेरी इज्जत के खिलाफ है ना ऐसा कुछ इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं. Something like hearing aid. I don't mind using spectacles at any time, but I do mind using a hearing aid at all times. So ये सारी चीजें हैं सर हमारा एक नेचर बन चुकी है जिसको हमको समझना चाहिए. And here, I think what Ruchika said was very important, that we need a psychological evaluation and psychological support for the child.
So here comes, we are overloading the auditory system, right?
Yeah.
And Dr. Gulati, once we are overloading the auditory system, nowadays it is very commonly in use. All the people you ask, where are you going? I'm going to that resort for detoxification. I want to detox myself. होता है ये?
बिल्कुल होता है सर, बिल्कुल होता है. आप और मैं भी तो कहते हैं सर, खामोशी चाहिए जिंदगी में.
Detox of the body.
2 मूवीज आई थी सर.
Don't you think?
जी सर.
Don't you think this is the time we must detox our hearing system?
By God, sir, एक detox, hearing detox center खोल लो, meditation center खोल लो सर. I tell you, it will be a big business hit, sir. आपको याद है वो मूवी आई थी शोर?
डॉक्टर पासी?
शोर मूवी आई थी मनोज कुमार वाली.
Yeah.
Koshish movie आई थी संजीव कुमार वाली. I think these two are very landmark movies for the issues regarding the hearing. Shore कितना शोर डालोगे? And what you said, sir, suicide is a very famous line. Noise, noise, noise. I can't take it anymore, so I'm going.
That's right. That's right. So even WHO headquarters at Geneva is worried about it. And they have created this program, launched this program of Make Listening Safe. And under the Make Listening Safe, the global efforts are there to understand the requirement, which is very well understood in all the countries, and they are perhaps looking into all sorts of device improvement, which we'll be talking. But Dr. Pasi, can you hear me? Dr. Pasi, अपने को unmute कीजिए.
Yes, sir. Now I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
जी 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 बिल्कुल ठीक है. तो आपने you have been listening to this debate. Of course, you are the subject expert also. What do you think the solution from your angle?
Yes, sir.
Especially you are targeting youngsters.
So safe listening is something we are talking
क्या
about and we
advice
are
होगी
focusing.
आपकी?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
My advice will be that we should follow the norms which have been created for safe listening. First of all, we should define what is safe listening. To me, safe listening is a framework. It refers to a framework where one person is not exposed to the sound level for the duration and frequency which does not hurt or affect the existing level of hearing. That is safe listening. And as we have all said, that the atmosphere amongst youngsters in general these days is
Correct.
that they are exposed to loud sounds, they are exposed to long periods of exposure, and they are very frequently involved in it. So much so, I'm sorry to say, sir, but you will agree with me, even in our ENT conferences, when we go for the gala dinner, so-called gala dinner, and even in our ENT get-togethers, we get to hear sounds which are not acceptable, and we have to do something about it. So for safe listening, we have to first learn how to bring down the volume of the sound. Bring down the volume. The general principle is that you should keep the volume at 60% of the maximum. There is a formula called 60-60 formula.
Correct.
60% of the volume, total loudness, and for not more than 60 minutes. If you have to listen to something for more than 60 minutes, then you have to get out of that atmosphere for at least 10 minutes and then you can rejoin. So one is that volume should be down. And then in an atmosphere where there's a lot of noise, we should be wearing well-fitted headphones. Well-fitted headphones, when I say, it means that the noise should not leak into the ear, especially as a noisy surrounding. So you should know how to buy a good quality headphones or earplugs. Then, as Dr.
You mean to say
Chanchal
all
said,
sorts of
that she
noise
got a patient.
cancellation?
Dr. Chanchal got a patient of sudden hearing loss on exposure to the speaker in a DJ party. So that is one that we should keep ourselves away from the source of loud sound. This is another. Then we have to monitor the sound levels. These days, sir, we have got apps available in our smartphones and also in our headphones, which can tell us as to what is the level of sound that we are hearing. So if we are aware of these safe listening levels, then we can always monitor our sound levels. And if at all we are experiencing, in addition to tinnitus, we are experiencing hearing loss also, then we should consult an expert. One should go to people like Dr. Ruchika Mittal.
Yes, sir. Carry on, please.
Dr. Pasi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dr. Pasi?
Carry on, sir.
I can hear you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Pasi. That means you have mentioned about the development of technology can
Yes,
give you
sir.
wonderful result, but as also mentioned, that technology may bring down the results. So ideal technology is very important. You said use of headphones, noise cancellation, but unfortunately, there are some products available in the market which are perhaps not meeting the goal, and they are producing more ill effect rather than the useful effect to one individual. The use of correct technology is very important, for which we as professional people should be very careful. We are the advisors for not only to the public, but we are the advisors for the government also. So we have to make sure, as my colleague Chanchal is very active in various platforms, that make sure that the message should be conveyed to all the policy makers, that they don't allow the poor quality technology to come into the market. This is very important. And you correctly said that this tool, which is there in the hand of everybody, this can definitely give us the monitoring tool.
Can I say something?
For the noise you have already consumed, and that is what even our colleague in Achal.
जी सर. Yes, sir. सर मुझे ना एक स्टेटमेंट याद आती है आपकी. We were at a party and the noise level we were detecting was something like 85 decibel. तो आपने एक स्टेटमेंट दी थी, यार किसी को बताना मत कि मैं गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का एडवाइजर हूँ ऑन नॉइस कंट्रोल, नॉइस पोल्यूशन. So I think that's something which is very important. Sir, Dr. Pasi mentioned a few things कि हमें ये hearing aid चाहिए plus, but I think somewhere down the line again we have to realize that it is a problem of the society as such. When we look at architecture, when we look at road construction, when we look at flyover constructions, airport constructions, now you see the whole of Europe, no aircraft can land after 11 p.m. and no aircraft can take off before 5:30 a.m. Now these are laws which have been enforced in Europe because of one individual who filed a court case. My sleep is disturbed at night, and the whole of the European Union now has to follow that guideline. Same way, if you see on flyovers, you have the noise barriers along the highways, you have the noise barriers, greening of the trees that also act as noise barriers. So the architectural thing when you're doing construction of factories, etc., all of them become very important, having base for the noise producing generator sets, gen sets, the generator sets which are there, how to make them into low noise generator sets, use of battery operated generator sets. So all these things will come in as a part of the development of the noise control of noise pollution and the control of to encourage safe listening. So these areas also I think need to be looked at. There are laws, there are regulations, the use of the windows, the use soundproof windows, etc. But they are assuming the day-to-day importance these days. So their focus must be there on those issues also.
So, Dr. Gulati, you're talking about the architectural designs.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
To tackle this particular problem, which is
absolutely
there in India, but we are not still meeting the actual design which we should follow.
मैं ये देखता हूँ उस दिन I was coming across the Munir का flyover. So they had noise barriers on the sides of the flyover. But you know what disturbed me was every third panel of the noise barrier had been
Broken.
stolen from there. Had been stolen from there, sir. Not broken, sir. Broken
Yes.
है तो मुझे कष्ट नहीं है. उठा करके ले गए. काहे को? हम रियलाइज नहीं करते हैं कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं उसको. So ये एक अवेयरनेस कैंपेन होना चाहिए कि why are these there for?
Correct. Dr. Chanchal? Dr. Chanchal? Dr. Chanchal, are you there?
Sir, Meghalaya is a very poorly connected network area. जो जहाँ पे जा रही हैं चंचल beyond the Seven Sisters waterfall, there is no network over there, sir. I think so. I've been there many times.
Yeah,
So
I'm talking to the medical advisor to Meghalaya government. You should do something for it.
Dr. Agarwal, sir, I want to make a comment.
Yes, Dr. Paz, please.
Can I?
Yes,
I want
yes.
to go back to Ruchika when she
Yes.
said that youngsters में behavioral problems बहुत आ रही हैं. So I agree with her because I am finding medical students, even Dr. H. Gulati must be finding medical students are addicted to this prolonged use of smartphones, and which definitely has more decibels than required. When I seize these smartphones from them when they are trying to cheat in their written exams, I have found that many of them, they have come back with the parents with the request to return these smartphones in the hostel so that they can sleep. They cannot sleep without being with the smartphone for 2 hours, 3 hours every night. So this is one thing more which we are finding, and there is definite behavioral issues in such students, even medical students.
Dr. Pasi, can I
That
intervene?
is what the addiction
Yes,
is.
sir.
मैं ये कहता हूँ मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स की बात क्या करो यार. You and me are also addicted. कभी शाम को बैठ के नंबर अमाउंट ऑफ स्क्रीन टाइम देखना जरा तो हॉल पड़ जाएगा सबको.
Correct. वो screen time, that is a very, very important topic we can discuss. That is addiction to your mobile phone. But I agree that this sort of addiction of listening, whatever you want to listen, or whether it is some sort of music or but our youngsters, today we are just talking about, we may or may not be there. It is going to be a big pandemic for our youngster to face. So this is the time for us to do something. And we have to bring behavior changes. Chanchal, can you hear me? Chanchal? Ruchika?
Hello.
रुचिका,
Yes, sir.
बेटे आपको यदि 2 लाइन में मैसेज देना हो मदर एंड फादर्स के लिए छोटे बच्चों को, तो आप क्या कहना चाहोगे?
Sir, I will say that you first avoid. It is very important awareness, sir, the harmful effects, and अगर आप avoid करेंगे तो बच्चे avoid करेंगे, because the children in the young age, the parents are the hero and the heroines for the children. What they are doing, they are copying them. So if you are exposing yourself, the children will definitely expose themselves to the smartphones. So control your habit, make good habits, like do not use
So
the phone.
you will convey to the parents that become a model for your child.
Become a model. First, become a model.
Dr. Gulati, what
Yes,
is
sir.
your message to young parents?
Sir, मेरा मैसेज यंग
Crisp
पेरेंट्स
and
को ये है
precise.
कि I think follow the rules and regulations and try to implement them. आप यूरोप जाते हो सर, हॉर्न सुने मुद्दत बीत जाती है, हॉर्न नहीं सुनाई देता. और भारत आते हो तो सबसे पहला काम होता है आप हॉर्न के ऊपर अपना हाथ रखते हो. हॉस्पिटल्स एरियाज देखो, वहां पे हम ब्लोइंग आउट हॉर्न्स. इट्स अ साइलेंस जोन. Inside the colonies are silent zones. After a particular time, we blow our horns. So we must follow the regulations to the best of our skill and ability. And like what Ruchika said, charity begins at home. So let all the parents first become role models and then show what the children need to do look forward to that.
Dr. Pasi, your message?
Yes, sir. I would definitely agree with Dr. Achal Gulati when he says that the regulations must be complied and strictly followed. If we follow the regulations which are already there in force, we will achieve our goal to a great extent. And of course, we have to do counseling to our young generation and awareness, as Ruchika said, awareness amongst the parents and counseling of the addicted children, school going, college going children, uh, and make them educate them properly about the safe listening practices. अभी हमने पिछले दिनों में सर ऑल ऑफ यू विल एग्री कि हमारे कावड़ियों ने कितना शोर मचाया सड़कों पर, और इस तरह के फंक्शन बीच बीच में हर साल के कुछ कुछ पोर्शंस में आते रहते हैं. तो वो रेगुलेशंस फॉलो ना होने की वजह से ये सब हो रहा है. अगर रेगुलेशंस को स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलो करवाया जाए अथॉरिटीज द्वारा, तो मेरे ख्याल से वी कैन रीच अवर गोल टू ए ग्रेट एक्सटेंट.
And Dr. Chanchal? Dr. Chanchal अभी है या नहीं है?
She's
Dr.
on, but
Gulati
not.
said she is in Mizoram where the connectivity is very poor.
She's on, but not audible.
On a lighter
Doesn't
note,
matter.
हम सबके बच्चों की शादियां हुई. जब हमने बच्चों को बोला कि हम ऐसी जगह करेंगे संगीत सगन कि रात को 10 बजे डीजे बंद हो जाएगा, तो आपको भी डांट पीटी, मुझे भी डांट पीटी, डॉक्टर पासी को भी डांट पीटी होगी, सबको पीटी होगी. और हम ही ने उनको बोला कि अच्छा ठीक है, चलो कोई बात नहीं, हम अरेंजमेंट कर लेंगे, 12-1 बजे तक चला लो. सो हमें खुद को एक रोल मॉडल बनना पड़ेगा सर.
रोल मॉडल खुद बनना पड़ेगा, हमको इंडिविजुअली बनना पड़ेगा, हमको एट ए ग्रुप लेवल बनना पड़ेगा, हमको कॉन्फ्रेंसेस में वो सब करना पड़ेगा जो कि हम चाहते हैं. वंस यू बिकम द रोल मॉडल इन कॉन्फ्रेंस, देन अदर कॉन्फ्रेंसेस मे फॉलो लेटर ऑन.
इच्छाएं तो बहुत है
तो
सर,
बिकॉज
लेकिन इच्छाएं तो बहुत है, लेकिन इच्छा पूर्ति नहीं होती.
सर ईएनटी गेट टुगेदर में नॉइज लेवल कम करवा दोगे सर? गारंटी लेते हो सर?
आप एक काम करो डॉक्टर पासी.
जी सर.
डॉक्टर पासी, एक गैदरिंग करो ईएनटी की.
ये सही है.
ठीक है, और वो कराना मेरी जिम्मेदारी है.
पंजाबी में कहावत है कि जेड़ा बोले वो बुआ खोले,
वो कुंडा खोले.
यस.
ठीक है सर, आई एम रेडी.
So
ready to host.
I think before I hand it over to Tiwari Saab for certain questions we must have received, I strongly feel that the WHO is also working, the country level policy makers are working, the implementation of laws is very poor. In case we are able to make them implemented, believe me, we'll achieve a lot. But more importantly, we must try to bring behavior changes amongst our family members, amongst our youngster. यदि हमने नहीं किया तो एक दिन कुछ ही सालों में ऐसा आएगा कि उसके आउटकम
यदि हमने नहीं किया तो उसके आउटकम.
Chanchal?
I'm online. Chanchal? Yes, I'm connected. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you. We want a last definite message for the society.
We can hear you. We want a last definite message for the society.
For the society, sir, sound is for the music of ear, is for the listening. Avoid noise. Noise is not good for the ear. Don't abuse your ear. Not only it affects your hearing, but it affects rest of the system. Your blood pressure, your diabetes, your pregnancy. I would also like to say that we have responsibility for other animal kingdom and other
Again, I think she is into
Disconnected.
poor internet connection. Here I would like to mention, as she said, कि sound is to enjoy, but at the same time, डॉक्टर गुलाटी मैं कहूँ कि रसगुल्ला तो एंजॉय करने के लिए होते हैं, तो खाई जाओ वो तो नहीं चलेगा ना.
लेकिन सर
वी मस्ट नो आवर
लेकिन सर
कैपेसिटी टू ईट रसगुल्ला.
रसगुल्ले में से रस निकाल दिया तो खाली गुल्ला गुल्ला रह गया ना सर. तभी तो एंजॉय करो कि जब थोड़ा रस बीच में होगा. लंबा संगीत सुनो, अच्छा संगीत सुनो.
नहीं बस वो, लेकिन हमको मालूम होना चाहिए एट आवर एज एक खाना है या आधा खाना है.
हाँ, कितने रसगुल्ले खाने हैं बस वो सोच लो, बट
दैट
एंजॉय
इज
द
द मोस्ट
रसगुल्ला.
इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग.
Absolutely.
हाँ,
बिल्कुल परफेक्टली सेड सर.
तो
Now,
हमको
am I
साउंड का
allowed to?
एक्सपोजर कितना चाहिए?
Sir,
हमको
now I
कोई
am allowed
दिक्कत
to
नहीं
raise
है, आप
question.
साउंड एंजॉय करो. जी तिवारी
Sir,
साहब.
now am I allowed to raise some question for all the our panelists? The
हाँ जी
host.
बिल्कुल. अब मैं आपको, आप बताइए आपके पास क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस है.
Yeah, I'm just raising some of the questions for each panelist. I hope kindly stay with us and respond one by one. First of all, this question goes to Dr. J.C. Pasi Shahab. Are you audible, sir?
Yes,
Am I audible?
I can hear.
Dr. Pasi, could you tell us what are the long-term auditory and neurological implications of the chronic exposure of high decibel recreational sounds in adolescents?
देखिए, आप नॉन ऑडिटरी कॉम्प्लिकेशंस तो बहुत डिस्कस हो गई हैं ऑलरेडी. हम सब लोग ये बता चुके हैं कि हियरिंग और टिनाइटिस के अलावा, हियरिंग लॉस और टिनाइटिस के अलावा हमारे हार्ट के ऊपर, हमारे ब्लड प्रेशर के ऊपर, हमारे मूड के ऊपर, हमारे दिमाग के ऊपर इसका बुरा असर होता है. इससे हम इरिटेबल हो जाते हैं और अपने काम पे फोकस नहीं कर पाते, और हार्ट इश्यूज हो जाते हैं, पैल्पिटेशन हो जाती है, आप अपनी ड्यूटी परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाते. तो आपका जो रोल है सोसाइटी में वो काफी डिमिनिश हो जाता है. दीज आर दी नॉन ऑडिटरी कॉम्प्लिकेशंस. जहां तक जहां तक आपने लाउडनेस लेवल की बात की, तो हमारे जो रेगुलेशन अब लेटेस्ट है उसमें 80 डेसिबल जो है उसका मैक्सिमम लाउडनेस हम अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं, वो भी केवल 40 घंटे प्रति सप्ताह के हिसाब से. एक वीक में आप 40 आवर्स तक 80 डेसिबल का साउंड लेवल अफोर्ड कर सकते हो. और अगर वो साउंड लेवल आपका 90 डेसिबल हो जाता है, जैसे कि फैक्ट्री वर्कर्स हैं, प्रोफेशनल्स हैं, जो डीजे खुद करते हैं, जिन लोगों का प्रोफेशन है, जो जो ग्राउंड स्टाफ है एयरपोर्ट में, वो दे आर एक्सपोज टू लाउड साउंड्स. तो इन लोगों के लिए जिनको 90 डेसिबल या उससे ज्यादा का एक्सपोजर हो रहा है, वो केवल 4 घंटे प्रति सप्ताह अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं. अगर वो ऐसा नहीं करेंगे तो उनका शुरू में तो रिवर्सिबल हियरिंग लॉस होगा. रिवर्सिबल हियरिंग लॉस का मतलब ये होता है कि अगर वो ब्रेक ले लें एक्सपोजर के बाद, तो हियरिंग जो है लगभग पूरी वापस आ जाती है. लेकिन अगर वो ब्रेक नहीं लेंगे तो धीरे धीरे चेंजेस ऐसे होंगे कि वो हियरिंग वापस नहीं आएगी. दैट इज कॉल्ड हेयर सेल डैमेज विच इज परमानेंट. टेम्परेरी थ्रेशोल्ड एंड परमानेंट थ्रेशोल्ड जो हमारे नॉइज इंड्यूस हियरिंग लॉस की डेफिनेशंस हैं. तो ऐसे 90 डेसिबल से ऊपर 4 घंटे से अधिक अगर सप्ताह में एक्सपोजर होगा, तो आपको डेफिनेटली हियरिंग लॉस और टिनाइटिस के सिम्टम्स आ जाएंगे. इसी तरह से हमारी हर एक उसके लिए प्रिस्क्राइब्ड है कि आप किस एटमॉस्फेयर में कितनी देर काम कर सकते हैं. लेकिन इन जनरल हमारा ये कहना है कि सप्ताह में 5 दिन और 6 घंटे और 80 डेसिबल से अधिक का एक्सपोजर आपका नहीं होना चाहिए, और बीच में आपको ब्रेक भी मिलना चाहिए. लगातार एक्सपोजर नहीं होना चाहिए.
Thank you.
अगर मैं अमरीश जी, अगर मैं डॉक्टर पासी की लिस्ट में,
please sir. Sir, in this regard, could you also tell us, can early hearing loss be reversed or managed effectively with therapy of devices? Dr. Pasi.
यस, देखिए अर्ली लॉस का जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि हमारे जो ये सेंसरी हेयर सेल्स होते हैं, जो कि हमारी दिमाग की नस के साथ से जस्ट पहले वाला ऑर्गन है इनर ईयर में, यहाँ के हेयर सेल्स जो हैं, जो इमीडिएट डैमेज होता है उसको तो वो झेल लेते हैं। अगर जैसे आज आपका एक्सपोजर हुआ, आज आपने डीजे पार्टी अटेंड करी और फिर कल फिर कर ली, फिर लगातार पूरे सप्ताह आप लोग करते रहे, तो इस स्थिति में हमारी जो चेंजेस हैं, जो हेयर सेल डैमेज है, वो इरिवर्सिबल हो जाता है, वो नहीं चेंज होगा। अगर आप ब्रेक ले लेते हैं एक्सपोजर ज्यादा होने के बाद, तो आप उम्मीद कर सकते हैं कि काफी हद तक आपकी हियरिंग वापस आ जाएगी और टिनाइटिस ठीक हो जाएगा।
Thank you, sir. And now next question goes to Dr. Achal Gulati Sahab. Sir, are you listening me?
Yes, sir.
Doctor, sir, could you tell us how do current WHO guidelines on safe listening integrate with the real world usage patient among youth, and where do the fall short? How do current WHO guidelines on safe listening integrate with real world usage patterns among youth, and where do they fall short? Dr. Achal Gulati Sahab, kindly respond us if you are listening me. Dr. Gulati, please unmute yourself, sir. Dr. Gulati.
एक मिनट, लगता है डॉक्टर गुलाटी किसी वजह से डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए हैं। जी डॉक्टर
Dr.
गुलाटी
Gulati,
नहीं आ पा रहे हैं।
Sir, then you said, Dr. Agarwal Sahab, you are also very learned and you have a lot of ENT experience among the.
मैं डॉक्टर गुलाटी जब तक नहीं ज्वाइन करते हैं, मैं थोड़ा सा बता देता हूँ
आप
कि
प्लीज पढ़िए,
एक तो कंट्री लेवल पे अपनी लॉज बने हुए हैं। वो सब जानते हैं कि कहाँ क्या डेसिबल लेवल होना चाहिए, रेजिडेंशियल में कितना होना चाहिए, वर्किंग कमर्शियल प्लेस पे कितना होना चाहिए, रात को दिन को, उन सब को स्ट्रिक्टली फॉलो करें। किसी फंक्शन में कितना होना चाहिए, कितने बजे तक होना चाहिए, ये सब बने हुए हैं। बड़े बड़े कॉन्सर्ट होते हैं, इतना ज़्यादा नॉइज होता है, जितना डेसिबल, वन कैन इमेजिन कि ये जो फेमस कॉन्सर्ट है ये कितने ज़्यादा डेसिबल पे होते हैं, लेकिन तब भी लोग एंजॉय करते हैं। ठीक है, उनको एंजॉय करने दीजिए, लेकिन एक टाइम लिमिट कर दीजिए। जैसा पासी साहब ने कहा कि हमको एक टाइम फ्रेम के साथ चलना है। यदि हमने आज 4 रसगुल्ले खा लिए तो कल ना खाएं, परसों ना खाएं। ठीक है, तो ओवर डोजिंग नहीं होनी चाहिए किसी की। एंड नंबर 2, वी मस्ट नो ऑडिटरी डिटॉक्स, कि हमको अपनी ऑडिबिलिटी जो है उसको कैसे हम प्योरीफाई करें। वी ऑल नो ड्यूरेशन एंड इंटेंसिटी, कितना ज़्यादा, क्या लिमिट है हमारी, और कितने समय तक। दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट वी मस्ट नो द रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस, एंड दैट इज व्हाट WHO is also emphasizing. WHO, along with the International Telecom Union, they have created very good document, very good guidelines कि हमको कितने देर तक, और ये उन्होंने टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट में दे आर इन टच विद ऑल द मोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, एंड उस मोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के साथ सब मोबाइल में धीरे धीरे सब आता जा रहा है मॉनिटरिंग का। जैसे डॉक्टर पासी ने कहा, हर में ऐप है कि आप देखिए आपको कितना एक्सपोजर हो चुका है, कितना एक्सपोजर बाकी है। जैसे हम लोग अस्पतालों में जो हमारे रेडियोलॉजी डॉक्टर्स और टेक्नीशियंस होते हैं, उनके पास एक लगा रहता है कि वो देखते हैं कि कितना उनको एक्सरे का एक्सपोजर हो चुका है, और वो एक्सपोजर एक लिमिट के बाद उनको कहते हैं आप थोड़े दिन काम पे मत आइए। am I करेक्ट डॉक्टर पासी?
यस सर, यस सर।
तो इसी तरीके से हम साउंड का भी अपना मॉनिटरिंग करनी है और कोशिश करनी चाहिए। एंड नाउ इट कम क्वेश्चन यंगस्टर। यंगस्टर को तो फिर हम ही सिखाएंगे, हमारे बच्चे सिखाएंगे, हमारे पेरेंट्स सिखाएंगे, सोसाइटी के यंग पेरेंट्स सिखाएंगे। उनको खुद भी प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा कि क्या वो आइडियल है, ताकि बच्चे उनको आइडियली फॉलो कर सकें। अदरवाइज ये हमने नहीं किया तो अगले 5-10 साल में हमारे लिए प्रॉब्लम बहुत बढ़ने वाली है। एंड our expert like Ruchika and all, has to test many children, which we don't want. हम नहीं चाहते कि हमारे बच्चे hearing test के लिए आए. They may suffer with other problem. We don't want any problem to them. They should suffer. लेकिन hearing problem जो कि एक old age problem होती aging. रुचिका
सर इसी संदर्भ में डॉक्टर अग्रवाल आप एक बात बताना चाहेंगे सर डॉक्टर अग्रवाल साहब क्या आर देयर एनी गवर्नमेंट गाइडलाइन यस यस एम आई ऑडिबल सर इसी संदर्भ में जानना चाहूंगा कि कोई गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी है या मैं इस संदर्भ में पूछना चाहूंगा आर देयर एनी गवर्नमेंट गाइडलाइंस और हेल्थ पॉलिसी रिगार्डिंग
गवर्नमेंट की वेल लेड डाउन ये सब
यस सर कैरी ऑन
हमारा जो सेंटर का भी डिपार्टमेंट सेंटर का जो सेंटर पोल्यूशन क्या है
सेंट्रल पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड
Central Pollution Control Board also takes care of noise pollution.
Yeah. Hello.
Ji.
Am I audible, sir?
हाँ, Tiwari ji, you are audible.
Now, next question goes to Dr. Ruchika Mittal. Dr. Ruchika, can you follow me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Sir, could you tell us, can mobile phone and music apps help control volume limits to ensure safe listening?
Sir, the apps cannot control. I think if you use a good quality phones like iPhones and all, they have a defaulted settings that, when you switch to the Bluetooth setting, they lower it to the 50% automatically on their own. And if you want, you have to increase manually. So they have set the criteria. The iPhone has this and the good Android phones have this, but not the low quality ones. This is a feature in the phones, not in the apps. What apps can do is that they can put a caution that using at the loud volume can harm your ears, or some message should be there in the apps, which is presently not there.
Okay, could you also suggest us some preventive screenings or tests for detecting early hearing loss in youth?
Sir, detecting, sir, autoacoustic emissions, they detect even more. And I think that symptoms awareness is the one point, because many a times in my OPD, I have seen as I've mentioned before also, that they don't come with the problem of a hearing loss, but they come with the problem of a tinnitus. So, and when we do the audiological evaluation, it shows that they have a hearing loss at the high frequencies. So I feel that awareness is the most important in the key factor in prevention and controlling this noise-induced hearing loss. Because nowadays.
Okay. Thank you very much. And the last question go to again Dr. J.C. Pasi Sahab. Sir, this question is especially for you, because you are very able and you are associated with many policy making agency. So could you tell, sir, what role do schools and colleges play in promoting awareness about safe listening?
Yes, that awareness is something which is very, very important, and it should start from the school and college levels only. And there should be IEC is one thing which is we all always say that you communicate and educate people through various banners and in a reception area of the school and the colleges, even in the hospital reception area, we find displays, and we find monitors also displaying about ill effects of noise from a very on regular basis. So one is that we should educate, we should communicate people, society at large, not only the school and colleges, everywhere at the airports, railway stations, interstate bus stations, etc. Public places everywhere, and no hospitals like there are no honking zones. About honking, something I wanted to mention in the beginning also, that honking is a punishable offense in many developed countries. Dr. Agarwal may kindly note that he can definitely pursue this matter for our country also, that honking should become a legal offense. This is definitely causing a lot of
डॉक्टर पासी
minds. Yes, sir.
डॉक्टर पासी, आपकी बात सुन के एक चीज मुझे जरूर लगा
जी
कि जैसे हम अपने टीचिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन है, कोई से भी स्कूल हो, कॉलेजेस हो, मेडिकल कॉलेज, कोई सा भी प्रोफेशनल
जी
कॉलेज हो,
जी
जैसे हम डिफरेंट प्रिकॉशंस रैगिंग वगैरह की लगाते हैं, यदि हम कुछ मैसेजेस थ्रू द एजुकेशनल सिस्टम दे दें विच हैज बिकम एन अलर्ट, तो जिसमें हम थ्रू यूजीसी, थ्रू सीबीएसई, थ्रू वेरियस गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज ये फाइनल कर दें और उनको फिर एक कंपलसरी हम एक मैसेज कैंपस में लगाएं, परहैप्स उससे कुछ जनरेशन, कुछ सेंसिटाइजेशन बच्चों में आएगा
Yeah, sir.
और वो
Precisely,
जरूर
sir.
कुछ ना कुछ करना चाहेंगे।
That's why I said we have to adopt that IEC means in
यदि
all
आपको
institutions.
चेंज लाना है तो बच्चों को सेंसिटाइज करना है।
जैसे कि
शायद
सर
कुछ
हमने
सालों तक
नेशनल मेडिकल कमीशन ने अभी ये हमें अनिवार्य कर दिया है कि फर्स्ट ईयर एमबीबीएस बच्चों को फैमिली अडॉप्शन प्रोग्राम करवाएंगे और ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम करवाएंगे, तो उसमें हम इस चीज को भी इनकलकेट कर सकते हैं कि हम
बिल्कुल
उनको
कर
फॉरेस्ट
सकते
ट्रॉमा
हैं,
की
आप बिल्कुल कीजिए,
जी सर।
ताकि उससे ऑटोमेटिकली अवेयरनेस चाहे छोटी हो लेकिन वो अपना आप बड़ी हो जाती है। आई थिंक दैट ब्रिंग्स द एंड। तिवारी साहब,
Yes, sir. I just
हाँ,
over to you to conclude today's webinar.
thank you very much, my all colleagues in front of me. Well, I like to start with Dr. Achal Gulati, who due to any reason disconnected, Dr. Ravi Meher, जिनको एक कॉन्फ्रेंस में जाना था, डॉक्टर जेसी पासी, Dr. Chanchal and Ruchika for giving their valuable contribution. ये केवल एक बिगनिंग है, ये एंड नहीं है, ये एक मोमेंट है जिसको कि हमें बढ़ाना है। हम सब आपस में मिलके एक ये करें कि हम कम से कम महीने में एक बार एक ग्रुप में कहीं भी ये मैसेज देंगे। डॉक्टर पासी, आप अपने कॉलेज के अंदर और थ्रू कॉलेज हर टीचर को रिस्पॉन्सिबल बना दें कि भैया ये मैसेज दो, तो ये कहीं ना कहीं तो मैसेज फैलेगा।
यस सर।
आप भी ये कर सकती हैं, मैं भी कर सकता हूँ। तिवारी साहब, आपका पेन ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इसके लिए। मैं
Yes,
चाहूंगा
I
कि
will.
इस सेमिनार के बाद, आप वेबिनार के बाद जरूर अपनी मैगजीन में भी स्ट्रांगली लिखें, एंड वी ऑल आर हियर टू कंट्रीब्यूट फॉर दैट। तो ये मैसेज पहुंचाना है क्योंकि हमको अपनी यंग जनरेशन को भारत की सेफ बनाना है।
Why not?
So we have to make listening safe.
Yes, yes. And thank you very much to all of my panelists, our seniors. Dr. Mr. Vishal Dugaldi also joined us, Dr. Rujika, Dr. Pasi Saab, Dr. Wal Saab, Dr. Chanchal Pal, Dr. Ravi Bha. Unfortunately, he is disconnected right now, but he will be always even with us. With this speech, I would like to conclude today's webinar. Thank you very much for joining us. Namaskar to all of you.
नमस्कार। थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir.